It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 16 carries, 53 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Throwing Jones. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Now Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Touchdown! Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dragons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Charles has got it, and they have the football, and will a costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find...
Touchdown! Trey McBride, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
While the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Off play action. Jones, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy. Okay, we're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Don't jump. Ready?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Walker. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there, first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Here we go, get set.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Douglas, the man in motion. Back to throw again. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. When you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you...
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. There he goes, left side. Touchdown! A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Dragons take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with John. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Powering his way forward. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Fields on first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field? This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Back to throw. Fields. Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it is 42-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones looking to throw on second down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. Pushes past him. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 134 yards rushing. An excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to Walker on 1st down. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Wiggles free. Down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Off play action, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Here's Walker. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Walker once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase from 3 yards out. And the Dragons are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So the Patriots coming out now.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
A gear for Walker running right.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And the ball is knocked out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
180 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And going right back to Walker.
He stiff arms him. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Straight ahead, Walker. Down to about the 32.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Tokyo,
that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.